And now, here's Derek Schnar and Van Stout.
Can you believe it? When we started out, I think there was ice and snow on the ground, and now look at how things change here in Wisconsin. You can get about 3 seasons in a span of about 2 weeks, but this is our final installment for Tee to Green TV. I'm still Van. You're still?
Derek.
Okay, hey, it doesn't get any better than that. But we've made it to a baker's dozen. That's 13 for those that don't know that 12 plus 1 are 13. But anyway, once again, we've got a nice show. First and foremost, we're going to talk and delve really with your help into more of the inner workings of the Balance and Belief Foundation. We're going to have a nice check presentation because I'm proud of the fact that we're going to turn over to your foundation the largest single check in the history of since you've had it, right?
Yeah, and I don't like to say to my foundation. There's a lot of people involved in it, a lot of golfers, young kids, members, yourself, that have really helped us take this thing to the next level. And I've always been somebody that I think it's about the give. It's not about the take or the ask. So the fact that this show is put together and donated some money so that we can do some stuff, really, really cool.
And that's certainly thankful to our sponsors. They made it possible, and to our production company, you know.
Who are they?
I don't know. They're, you know, I never can hear them, so they never can hear me. No.
Everybody can hear you.
Everybody. They're on the credits, so, you know. Anyway, but we're going to talk about that, and then we've got, senior moment. We're not doing a tip. Outtakes. That'll be, you know, hey, it's perfect. This is an outtake. Hey, you know, this is really an outtake. This is really the way that we screw up. More so for me than for Derek.
That was almost the first time in 13 shows where we've had to do 2 takes, but I say we go with it.
Absolutely.
Like
you know,
it's the fact that you screwed up and not me. I say
it was a senior moment, so that's what is known as an outtake. These guys can, with the magic of editing, can shorten that up a little bit, you know. But nevertheless, we're going to have some outtakes. Some hopefully you'll find funny. Maybe you thought this whole show was an outtake, you know. But if you've watched and you've watched it progress, hopefully we've informed you as we've moved along from way back in April to now, the middle of July.
And hopefully in that 30 minutes, there's not just one long because we know keeping you under control is tough to do.
It is, and there's some tree that, you know, at least I did get my moment for my moment of glory. So, all right, so as we always say, stay tuned because Tee to Green TV will continue in just a moment.
We all walk towards something. Our paths are all unique. They challenge our limits. And that's good. Because it's what we learn from them that gets us through to the other side.
Especially since I've turned 65, I am a big believer in Physicians Mutual. I really was lost. And it's overwhelming sometimes when you start getting letters from the government that, you know, hey, you got to sign up for Medicare by a certain date. Ooh, you know, that sort of hits you in the side of the head a little bit. Thank heavens a friend steered me toward Physicians Mutual. Do it once, do it right, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm all in on that. My best advice to you, give Physicians Mutual a call.
They really are Bill Cleary tough.
That's what I'm saying.
And with over a 98% customer satisfaction rating, isn't it time you build it Cleary tough?
Before I joined the First Tee, the only sport I ever did was surfing channels.
I used to get C's and D's. Now I'm planning for a BA in history.
I've learned a lot at the First Tee. I even learned how to play golf.
Put a golf club in a young person's hands and watch them grow. At the First Tee, we instill values like confidence, judgment, respect, and integrity. Values they learn from golf, but take with them for the rest of their lives. Find out how you can get involved today.
We've been around 30 years. I was raised in this business. I want this business to be here when I have kids someday. This is something we actually love doing, so we want to see it succeed. Insurance is a big part of that picture. You have to have people that you trust. So somebody that is there and understands your business like Neckerman is a huge relief. It makes focusing on the heart of our business a lot easier and not have to have that weight on our shoulders.
Tee to Green is brought to you by University Ridge Golf Course, the first tee of South Central Wisconsin, Neckerman Insurance Services, Smart Motors, Cleary Building Corp., Summershine Lemon and Mint Whiskey, and by Certified Yummy Golf.
Welcome back to Tee to Green. It's been a journey for you. I mean, starting way back, and you probably had still the same color hair, maybe a little different style as I recall. But talk about your journey from where you started to where you are in 2016.
Man, I'll tell you, it's been interesting. And first I want to say thanks for doing this show. You know, one thing for me is I'm very, very passionate about growing the game of golf. And I thought this was a way to let some people know about what's going on out there, so on and so forth. So I really appreciate that, and what these guys have done for us is awesome. The journey has been crazy. You know, you grow up in a golf professionals family. I would say that even though he's my dad, he's not your normal everyday golf professional. You know, snarkasm was, you know, born from him. But sitting back as a kid and watching the way that he would interact with Dennis Tiziani, Alan Mitchell, John Hall, all the guys, and watch them get together. And I think I probably made a decision at a very young age that, man, that is pretty cool, and I don't want an office job. You know, how do I get to where they are? And it was a different way that I got there. You know, it was quite a journey. My dad has a little black book. He has developed a lot of relationships over the years. So, you know, in 1996, I got that phone call when I was back here scrubbing clubs at Blackhawk from Sean Toulon that said, hey, how do you feel about $60,000 Minnesota, North, South Dakota? I was like, well, I'm in, you know. So the journey kind of started there. And at Zevo, the thing that I think that really helped me to get to where I am today is AJ Bonar, Jim Flick, Sean Toulon, these guys really taught me a lot about the golf club, how the golf club works, how the golf ball flies. And that's where the journey kind of started. You know, from there, I learned as much as I could. I was a sponge. I tried to stay around those guys all the time. The cool thing about Zevo was because it was custom fitted, you didn't stock anybody's shop, so your interaction was with people and club fitting. And I think what Sean really did, you had companies out there, Slazenger, Wheatley, things like that, but he pioneered club fitting. And it really became something to where, you know, we were doing drivers 9 degrees up, 4 degrees closed, and things were crazy, but it was everything that I was learning from Sean that I thought was going to get me somewhere later in the future. His journey then took him to TaylorMade. He took me with him. You know, I got to run Arizona there, which was, you know, it's pretty weird to think about the largest golf company, or the largest territory for the largest golf company in the world. And that was a tough thing. So I learned a lot about corporate America there, but also more time with Jim Flick and some of these other instructors. I had a deal actually with Zevo that I would come do a demo day, but I needed a lesson. I got lessons from probably close to 200 golf professionals over all those years. I was pretty confused and turned out to be a pretty bad player during that time, but I sure did learn a lot. And then, you know, I got my foot stuck in the fun wheel a little bit. Life took a different twist for me. You know, I ended up in rehab. I'm very open about talking about that because I do think it is something that helped kind of launch the next segment of my life. And you kind of look at this wall here and it gets me a little bit choked up looking at all these sweatshirts. But I had a deal with all the kids that if you ended up somehow playing college golf, all I needed in return was a hoodie. And my wife said to me, you know, we have no more space. You need to do something with these. So, you know, this is kind of where they ended up. But I got out of rehab and I had these people around me, Dennis Tiziani, my dad, and everybody gave me all this knowledge, and, you know, even a Jim Schumann, he gave me a playing lesson and stuff. I always tried to take little nuggets from each one of them. But the thing that was happening is I was learning a ton, and I loved to have fun but had no purpose. You know, I thought the people that I was hanging around with were good friends of mine, but they were acquaintances. I thought the path that I was on, let's go out and party all the time, the golf culture and things like that, I got real lost, you know. So this Hazelden, for 28 days, gave me purpose, and when I got out, it was very simple. I was going to teach golf and stay around kids as much as I could because it really made me happy. I had no plans of getting married or having the things happen that have happened to me now. but it was the journey that took me to Hazelden that gave me the life lessons that allowed me to then kind of bring this thing, Balance and Believe, you know, to fruition. The problem with it for me was the second you have a player that plays well, you start to get judged, and that was a scary, scary thing for me. I'm no Jim Schumann, I'm no Dennis Tiziani, I'm no Dave Roche or Pat Gorman or any of these guys. My goal was simply to make sure kids were okay. They were safe. And I could develop relationships through a 30-minute lesson or an hour of high school elite to where I had friends that were half my age, but they sure were innocent and they weren't going to do anything bad to me or steer me wrong. And that was awesome. Now all of a sudden you have Johnny Decker go to Wisconsin, or you have Zach Augert go to Marquette. I didn't really ask for that. You know, I just enjoyed the time that I got to spend with those guys. Or the Abby Bustler. The Abby Bustler story when she went to Wisconsin was the real, wow, maybe I can teach a little bit. I use that word very specifically because I've never really considered myself to be a great instructor, but I do think I'm a pretty good teacher, and I do think there's a distinct difference between the two. You know, instruction, you learn, you go, you do it, you get the mechanics. I really felt that the balance part, and we call it component awareness, where we evaluate people and what they do off the golf course, that if I could get them in balance off the golf course, that it'd be much easier for me to get them to reach peak performance on the golf course.
You've touched so many facets of the game, and you're still doing that. But obviously anyone can sense and feel your passion for the young people that you have a chance to make a significant impression on their lives moving forward. And whether they stay in the game for the rest of their life or they compete is immaterial to you. If they do, great. If they don't, great. But is there something that to this day, to this minute, that still drives you to your core to say, boy, this is not work. This is fun for me?
I don't want to let anybody down. You know, those first 35 years of my life were full of disappointment, and I had a lot of great ideas, but I was really poor at execution. And when I got out of rehab, that's what they gave me. They gave me purpose, they gave me execution, and I could never look at a kid and know that I wasn't doing something to help them be successful. That is when I feel successful. I never, can Derek Schnarr play golf? I can hit a few shots here or there, whatever, and do some things out there, but I would much rather be on the range with the Steinhoffers, the Gaugerts, the Blake Jens, these guys, or even the little buggers, Tommy Krewald, even going out there with my son now, Cooper, I look at him like, wow, this could be pretty fun. But it's all about the relationships, and it brought me to Blackhawk, which I think was very interesting because I look back now, and Rick Witt was a wonderful golf professional. He did great things here, but so much about the golf industry had changed that I'll say this kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I needed Blackhawk, and maybe Blackhawk needed me.
Things happen for a reason. I learned that a long time ago. We're very glad and blessed to have him here. You're watching Tee to Green.
You have your crew, and you have ours. They keep things exciting, and we keep things safe. They've got your back, and we've got the rest. Your Neckerman Insurance. Real people right here in the 608.
Hey Travis, great day at the Oaks, nice round.
Yes.
What have you got whipped up for us?
Yeah, I got you whipped up a nice Summershine Lemon and Mint Whiskey Lemonade. And myself, I got a John Daly Summershine.
Great way to get unparched.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers. You can find it at your local golf course or your local liquor store. For more recipes, you can visit summershine.com.
Hey, I'm a Midwest guy. I believe in values. I believe in trust. A very good friend steered me toward Physicians Mutual, and it's the best thing that ever happened. There's a huge trust factor and believability in what they do. Physicians Mutual made it very simple for me. This is a company that's been around forever. They aren't going anywhere, and I like that idea. Do it once, do it right, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. My best advice to you, give Physicians Mutual a call.
Hi, this is J.R. Smart. Every day, customers tell me what a truly exceptional experience it is buying from Smart Toyota. With our friendly staff and all the little extras you won't find anywhere else. We also understand the importance of being involved in and giving back to our community. And of course, we have great deals too.
Visit smarttoyota.com for our latest deals, including special APR and lease offers on our award-winning Toyota and Scion lineup.
Smart Toyota, Odana Road, Madison.
Welcome back to Tee to Green, our last segment of our last show. We started way back when in April talking about the Balance and Belief Foundation. We had a chance to present a check earlier in the amount of a little more than $10,000. That was very important to me. But the essence of the Balance and Belief Foundation, it's more than just about golf, isn't it?
The Balance and Belief Foundation, so it was probably almost 8 years ago now where I had challenged the Wisconsin PGA a little bit. I said, how come a lot of these junior tournaments aren't in Madison? And what their answer was a good one. The Madison kids travel well, and Milwaukee's where their headquarters were, so on and so forth. And all I said is, hey, do you mind if I try to start my own junior tour? And called them back the next day and said, hey, I got 10 Mondays lined up. And this at the time it was called the Bucket of Hope Junior Tour. And the way I looked at it is I wanted kids to play golf. I wanted us to raise some money while they were playing golf. And then I wanted them to put some ideas into a bucket, the Bucket of Hope, and pull those ideas out, and that's who we were going to help. And shockingly enough, it went really, really well. I think we were averaging 60 to 75 players in our first year, and then in that next year we were averaging close to 100. The courses were donating their golf courses, so they really got involved with it. And then we'd pay for lunch, and then the kids would get the remainder of the money to do whatever they wanted to. So the goal was golf was not a front page sport anymore. I thought if we got the youth involved and we were giving some money back, that the media might start to pay attention. But then to also make sure that our communities knew that we couldn't do this if the golf professionals at all the golf clubs in Madison weren't saying, hey, here's our golf course. If they weren't doing that, there was no way for us to raise any money. So the golf professionals were probably the biggest reason why we were allowed to have the impact on other people's lives that we were. From there, it really grew. The Wisconsin PGA actually called me up 2 years later and said, hey, our numbers are down, should we partner up? And at the time, I thought, yeah, it would probably be a good thing to do because running these tournaments it's a tough deal. Got to the point where it was so big and there was so much philanthropy going on that we needed to bring Matt Hartmann in, and we needed to really, get the tax ID, get all these things going, and make it a real business to where the kids that were playing golf, right? And I don't mean to pigeonhole golf, but it's a little bit of a white elitist sport. It takes money to play this game, and a lot of times we forget about the give. And in our first couple of years, we'd write checks, and I thought, well, is that a good plan or not? And the part that I didn't like is that the kids were not attaching themselves to what we were actually doing. So from there, we got a junior tour board, and those kids were going to decide what was going to go on. But if they went to the River Food Pantry and presented a check that was going to pay for Friday night dinners for an entire month, not only were they going to go give the check, but they were going to work in that food kitchen, and we would go down there and serve dinner to the homeless people down there at that center, and then we would do different things. We bought washers and dryers for the homeless shelters. We gave $10,000 to Carbone, and the tour actually did something really weird there for me. When we went down there to give the check to Carbone, the guy looks at me and goes, did you know that your mother was one of our first patients? I had no clue. So the junior tour for me, turning into a foundation, is probably something that I'm the most prideful of, simply because it takes kids and puts them in a position to give and then show the impact that they can have. And one of the things that we're doing right now, or Matt has decided to do, is Falk School over there, struggling a little bit with some homelessness and some hunger. And they're doing, it's a food pantry, but it's really kind of more of a service center for parents to come in and fill out job applications and provide a place for kids to be safe and things like that. And when golf can start to do those things, I really think we are starting to do the right things to grow this game.
And if you're so inclined, all you have to do is look at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the website address for Balance and Believe. And if you want to make a contribution, they will welcome it with open arms, okay? So it's a very, very worthwhile cause, not just for golf, but for other avenues that we're all touched by in our lives. So that's this segment. We'll be back to close things out in just a moment.
Hey, Travis, great day at the Oaks. Nice round.
Yes.
What have you got whipped up for us?
Yeah, I got you whipped up a nice Summershine Lemon and Mint Whiskey Lemonade. And myself, I got a John Daly Summershine.
Great way to get unparched.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers. You can find it at your local golf course or your local liquor store. For more recipes, you can visit summershine.com.
Hi, this is J.R. Smart. Every day, customers tell me what a truly exceptional experience it is buying from Smart Toyota with our friendly staff and all the little extras you won't find anywhere else. We also understand the importance of being involved in and giving back to our community. And of course, we have great deals too.
Visit smarttoyota.com for our latest deals, including special APR and lease offers on our award-winning Toyota and Scion lineup.
Smart Toyota, Odana Road, Madison.
You know, Andy, 1978 was a great year for both of us. Cleary Building Corp got its start, and you won the U.S. Open. Wouldn't it be great to go back in time?
I can do that.
Hop in.
Let's ride.
And North wins the U.S. Open because it's built Cleary tough.
Whoa! That was awesome. See the rest of the story at clearybuilding.com.
The University of Wisconsin Golf Course, University Ridge, has been voted Best of Madison and is the proud host site of the PGA Tour Champions American Family Championship. Our course, designed by the world-renowned Robert Trent Jones Jr., is yours to play without a costly membership. The award-winning golf shop at University Ridge offers high-end Badger apparel you won't find anywhere else. And when you're off the course, enjoy excellent food and drink with friends at the W Grill. Play where the Badgers play, University Ridge.
Stalking, walking in my big black boots, living off the earth, eating herbs and fruits.
I can't tell if you're joking.
I'm not joking at all.
Small.
Does it make my gut look smaller? No.
Look out! Look in front of him. That was the first thing that popped in my mind when you.
Well, you got to get your mind out of the gutter, okay?
I hang out with you guys.
I know. Will I run the risk of being sterile by wearing this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good.
In your case, not a bad.
That's exactly right. We don't have any more stouts.
Oh!
All right. Let the plane go by here. Hold on.
What plane?
Hi, kid. Oh boy.
Oh! He's put the upright! Touch the mark hole!
What do you plan on doing with all your swearing? It is not an HBO special.
No, he's going to flip it.
For club designers, known worldwide. What's a Madison West?
You guys stop. I'm sorry. Stupid microphone.
Was it on?
I hate it.
Heat agreed will continue in just a moment. It ain't Bud Light, I don't know what it is.
Are you under the impression you do something good out here at all?
Yeah.
What good were you got? Yeah, those are all.
Oh, look at that! He's going around first! I want to cut this frickin' tree down!
No audio there. We'll do closed captioning.
Yeah.
So. Go ahead. We can just pick it up with my question.
I got out of the cart without putting the brake on as I was going back. Black shoes, brown pants, blue. You look like a bruise. That is quite a look. Are you kidding me? You couldn't find a golf shirt today?
Well, I didn't, you know.
There's no excuse. It's getting colder down here by the lake. My nips coming out.
Nips provided by Adidas.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh.
Did that hurt?
No, that's fine.
I can't believe I had that on.
Everything always at the best price. Best price. Best price. Best price. Best price. No!
Dude, you lose
one take, cuz.
Dude, did you lose your club?
I don't know. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. We're fine.
Now we'll do it all over again?
Yeah, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to mention Jeremy, the pro tip.
Oh, pro tip.
That's a big deal, but 7th place finish, baby!
Swing and a miss. All right, me and my little friend. All right, stout one, tree one. All right, let's go team. Cut that sucker down.
That's why I putt it, because I can't chip it.
You can't putt it either.
Welcome to show number 2. We've got a profile. Oh, man.
Ready? 1, 2,
And then we've got another very, very good piece on. I forgot what it was. Oh, come on. Jesus, that was not good. Oh. Welcome back to Tee to Green. We're joined now by Chad Grin. I've never done this before. 3, 2, 1. You are watching Tee to Green, thankfully.
Thankfully.
This is one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Stay tuned to the next Tee to Green.
Good. Star, you're terrible. Take up tennis. You can't hit the front side of a freaking board.
I feel like Ray Charles out here, you know. Where am I?
Well, even though it's sunny, it helps me protect against anything that comes off of your head.
No laughing.
No laughing? I'm getting ready to do duels.
This is serious stuff, man.
I'm done.
There we go.
Cool.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. So in TV terminology, that's a wrap. Not only for this show, but for 13 of these bad dogs.
I can't believe we made it.
It has been a pleasure. It really has been.
It really has.
From the bottom of my bottomless heart, you know, wherever that is. Are we seeing my legs on this thing?
I do this show with you. It has not been much.
You know, well, you know,
it's funny. The sponsors haven't pulled out too early, which is great.
It's the yin and the yang, as they say. And you mentioned the sponsors. Nice segue. A major thanks, a major kudos to all of the sponsors who made this possible, who made it possible for that check presentation, and then to our production company. We've got Stacy, we've got Dan, CY Productions. So without them, we wouldn't be here, and without us, they wouldn't be here.
Certified yummy.
Certified yummy. So thank you, and you know, as we look into the oracular powers that I have, who knows if there will be a season 2. Good Lord willing, hopefully there will be. We don't know where it'll be and when it'll be, but we're going to take the bones and roll them and see what happens. But thank you again for joining us for all this season, and we look forward to 2017 and beyond on Tee to Green TV.
Tee to Green has been brought to you by University Ridge Golf Course, the first tee of South Central Wisconsin, Neckerman Insurance Services, Smart Motors, Cleary Building Corp, Summershine Lemon and Mint Whiskey, and by Certified Yummy Golf.